Just imagine you finally decided to buy an electric crossover and it has to be practical, safe, fun to drive, and eye-catching on the streets. What would you choose? Most likely, the majority will answer Tesla Model Y for sure. What could be better? And at first glance, it's difficult to disagree with such a choice. If you are ready to pay $65,000 for a car. But if you can't afford it, in this video, we'll find out that there are already some great new electric crossovers that are not as powerful as the standard all-wheel drive Model Y offered, but can provide a decent driving range of at least 250 miles and deliver joy to its drivers with less than $30,000, which is the typical price range of the best-selling cars in the US, making the thrilling drive of electric crossovers available to the masses. 15 years after taking its first steps in the EV industry, Fisker Automotive is on its way to launch a flagship all-electric SUV called the Ocean, the production start of which is scheduled for November 2022. The vehicle, that's expected to be available in 4 different trims, has almost the same size as the Model Y but looks bolder and bigger, featuring a stylish lighting signature. It also offers similar cargo capacity and spacious interior, although the roof above the second row seems a little bit low. Instead, you can enjoy the large panoramic sky roof, which can optionally be opened, along with all other windows to allow fresh air through the whole cabin. Another drop of innovation that fills the Ocean is driver drowsiness detection to ensure a safer driving experience. Inside, everything is made in a very sustainable way, featuring a large touchscreen and a straightforward digital gauge cluster. The entry-level front-wheel drive modification offers at least 250 miles of range and a 0 to 60 acceleration time of 6.9 seconds. What more would you like to have for your $30,000? Just need to be patient, waiting till 2023 when the base trim of the Ocean becomes available. But if you're in a rush, our next model could be your best choice. To have a strong position in the future EV market, current best-selling car company Toyota plans to electrify half of its vehicles for the global market by 2025. The Japanese giant is going to bring a flagship mid-size electric SUV to the market in mid-2022, the BZ4X, coming in 2 variants at once. The company promises 250 miles of driving range for the front-wheel drive version, which sounds good enough for everyday needs, though the 8.2 seconds of 0 to 60 acceleration time doesn't sound that impressive. Instead, being about the same size as the Model Y, the BZ4X has an extra 1.7 inches of ground clearance, which means you can enrich your driving experience on off-road paths. Perhaps, compared to many other models, the design of the BZ4X seems a little angular. Toyota saved the main gifts for those who value convenience more than appearance. In its spacious, well-designed interior, which differs from other Toyota models with its interesting solutions, the digital gauge cluster is pushed above the dash to minimize eye movements for safer driving. Staying loyal to its principles of making reliable cars, Toyota guarantees the battery will still operate to 70% of its original capacity after 1 million kilometers driven. Before moving on to the next model, please make sure you are subscribed to the channel. This will be a huge support in bringing the latest valuable information about the next-gen vehicles. Our next hero is a Native American. To make EVs available to everyone, the legendary automaker Chevrolet is going to launch a new affordable electric crossover called the Equinox EV, which will use GM's new Ultium batteries, promising to offer a driving range of 300 miles. Despite the lack of specs details, the sleek Equinox EV will be highly anticipated thanks to its impressive price of $30,000 without any government incentive, which could reach up to $12,000 after the new reforming incentive program for the unionized American plants, reducing the price to an incredible $18,000. You just need to wait for next year to park it in your garage. If Chevrolet is going to compete for the US market, Renault with its all-electric Megane E-Tech model is primarily chasing customers in Europe. Being built on the same dedicated EV platform as Nissan Ariya, the French crossover can pleasantly surprise with both technical equipment and price. First of all, it comes with the thinnest battery on the market, which helps enhance the aerodynamics and driving range. To achieve greater energy density, the engineers used significantly more nickel than cobalt in the chemical formula, which also helps reduce the price. To stand out from a regular car and express its modernity, the electric crossover features gold chrome accents and full LED lighting in the front and back, with numerous laser-cut micro-optic fibers. In the well-finished interior compartment, the vehicle features a digital instrument cluster and a driver-oriented large touchscreen linked with state-of-the-art software, allowing access to the whole bunch of modern safety and comfort systems. Besides, the company promises a brand new power steering technology to cut the steering rotation angle for agile response and greater maneuverability. Depending on the trim, the 40 kWh battery pack for a range of 186 miles or 60 kWh for a range of up to 292 miles is available. In its homeland, the entry-level version costs around €29,000 after the government incentive, while the long-range version increases the price by €5,000. Another giant that wants to dictate the rules of the game is going to launch the US-made version of its ID.4 in 2022. So far, the electric SUV has been shipped to the US from the Zwickau factory in Germany with a base price of $40,700. The ID.4 was in the top 5 best-selling electric cars in the US in 2021, and it seems Volkswagen will improve the odds when the production of the ID.4 at the Chattanooga plant starts this year, giving the US customers a chance to buy this model for $35,000. The price will not only be decreased to an impressive $27,500 when subtracting the current $7,500 incentive, but has also a good chance to be eligible for the possible upcoming bonus of $4,500, which means you can buy a vehicle of nearly the same size as the Model Y for only $23,000. There are not many details on the specs of the US-made ID.4, but it's likely to retain the 201 horsepower electric motor of the current rear-wheel drive version. The vehicle is expected to be powered by a smaller battery pack, which will cut the current 280 miles of range offered. Except for that disadvantage, considering the benefits one can get from this car, such as the comparably higher ground clearance of 8.2 inches, allowing for some risky experiments on light off-road surfaces, the incredibly tight turning radius for making more comfortable U-turns, as well as the whole bunch of innovative features and the good driving dynamics, the ID.4 will have all the chances to be sold like hotcakes in the US. Volkswagen Group's subsidiary Škoda was one of the first to take advantage of the concern's MEB platform for its pure electric crossover, the Enyaq iV. With its sporty and robust design, the car offers generous amounts of space and a boot capacity of 585 litres. Inside, all is clean and easy on the eye, featuring a large 13-inch central touchscreen. Now, everything becomes more attractive after Škoda has introduced the elegant coupe and its first ever all-electric RS variant to the range. Inspired by the Vision E concept, the new family members have more emotional and athletic design, offering excellent aerodynamics. Depending on the battery size, the Enyaq Coupe iV can achieve a driving range of up to 340 miles, while the top-notch RS variant can reach 60 miles per hour in 6.3 seconds, with a dual-motor configuration delivering 295 horses. This sounds entertaining, but to be loyal to the affordability, there is a rear-wheel drive variant with a 58 kWh battery. Considering that the standard Enyaq iV achieves 250 miles of range with the same battery capacity and costs €30,600 after the incentive in Germany, the new coupe is expected to have a better range thanks to its more efficient design and presumably will be a bit pricier. Other brands that can disrupt the modern mobility market thanks to their profound designers and cutting-edge technology represent Hyundai Motor Group. The Kia EV6 has become a desirable option for a lot of customers worldwide with its distinctive futuristic design and high-tech features. Finally, it also becomes available for the US buyers in 3 trim levels, embodying all the advanced technologies. Kia succeeded in making today's hero affordable with no compromise on efficiency and driving pleasure. The speech is about the rear-wheel drive EV6 Lite, which can achieve a driving range of 232 miles, and thanks to the company's industry-leading fast charging capability, most of the battery's capacity can be recovered after about 20 minutes of charging. Another outstanding capability the car gives its owners is that you can use it as an additional power source, which can supply up to 3.6 kilowatts of power to feed your electronic devices, and why not the house? Though the power is limited to 1.9 kilowatts in the US. Inside, Kia offers a digitized dashboard with two big side-by-side displays and a floating center console. What's remarkable is that when the turn signal is activated, a live image coming from rear-facing side cameras appears on the driver's instrument cluster for a safer driving experience. The base version of the EV6, which provides all the benefits of an electric car designed from the inside out, costs $33,400, including the current government incentive. Let's not forget about the cousin of the EV6, which laid the first stone of Hyundai's new era. The IONIQ 5 not only shares its platform and powertrain with Kia, but also the ergonomic and spacious interior design and innovative features. Unlike EV6, the sliding center console can move from front to rear and back, opening up more legroom on the flat cabin floor. Externally, it stands out with beautifully finished surfaces and thoroughly calculated intersecting angles. Offering 12 miles less range, the base version of the IONIQ 5 is available at $32,200 after the incentive. If it still exceeds your current savings, Hyundai also has another model to consider. The Kona Electric's cabin is comparable with its gas-powered counterpart. Although the rear seat and cargo area are slightly tight, even in subcompact crossover standards, it remains quite comfortable for everyday commuting. A 201 horsepower electric motor, which can boost the vehicle to 60 miles per hour in just 6.4 seconds, drives the front wheels and is powered by a 64 kilowatt-hour battery pack. This is large enough to ensure about 258 miles of driving range. So, the price of $26,500 could be good enough for a vehicle that delivers such a dynamic acceleration and agile handling. This is the key moment when practical electric cars become affordable, allowing the masses to make a switch from cars of the 20th century towards the machines of the 21st century. So, welcome to the future.